to build a resume in Canva 2026 easy tutorial. Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a professional modern resume using Canva in 2026. And don't worry, this is a beginner friendly step-by-step and super easy to follow tutorial. You don't need any design experience. You don't need to download complicated software, and you don't definitely need to hire a designer. By the end of this video, you will have a clean job-ready resume that looks polished and professional. So whether you're applying for internships, remote jobs, university programs, or corporate roles, this tutorial is for you. Let's get started. First, you're simply going to open the Canva into your laptop or even in your mobile app, and you're going to log in to your account by using your Google account or your email, or simply sign up using either of the two. It's free and takes less than a minute. And once you're inside Canva, you are going to go to the main dashboard. Instantly, it is going to open the template or the homepage for you. We're going to go over to the search bar and simply type in resume. Now you'll instantly see hundreds of templates, and this is where most people get overwhelmed. My advice, don't overthink it. Just go with the one that suits you best according to the role that you're applying for. For example, if you're making a resume for your corporate job, then just choose a clean, minimal template and that will do it. If you are applying for a creative role, then choose something slightly modern but still professional. And if it's internship, just keep it simple and structured. In 2026, recruiters prefer clarity over flashy design, so choose a layout that is easy to read and not overloaded with graphics or too funky styles. Now simply click on a template that you actually like and simply click on customize this template. Now we are going to start the actual editing in this Canva template. Now at the top of the resume, you'll see a placeholder text, which is the actual name, and we can simply drag this text along. We can change the font. Right here you can see the font options. You can go ahead and change the font to whatever you like. If you want to keep everything simple and just replace the main contents, you can also go ahead with that. Now we're going to change the name. Change your name to whatever your name is, and once that's done, you're going to type in the position that you're actually going for. If you're a marketing manager, you can simply just let that be it, or simply type in the position that you're actually applying for. You're also going to see the valid picture that you're going to apply. You can simply just replace this or click on edit, and that is basically it. You can just replace it with a certain picture, or if you go over here to upload, simply click on this. You can upload a file and drag and drop it right into this box. Later you can shape the picture to be like a circle or just paste it here looking like a box. You can also make these texts bold so they appear slightly larger than the rest of the text so it stands out. You can already see that this is bold and it stands out. The headings like the experience, the education part, and the references are all bolded as well. Now you're going to use your name and you can add more details and start editing out your experience. You can easily delete and drag and drop every little content in here. If you don't like something, simply just delete it and then make space for the rest of the text that is already in here. You can edit out most of this Canva template, and the only thing that you have is the proper structure. And this is where Canva works really great, because once you have a structure, you can easily just work with the template and edit everything out. Quick tip is to avoid unprofessional emails like cuteboy123 at gmail.com. Just use something clean like your first name dot last name at email.com. Keep the section clean and aligned properly because Canva makes it easy. Just drag the elements into the positions. If you want to add more elements, you can simply go over to the element options, and if you go over to the recently used ones that were used in this template, you can actually see the recently used ones as well. Now, if you want to add your own shapes or graphics, I recommend that you don't use graphics because these are basically just stickers and you would not want to use them too early. It's going to look unprofessional. simply stick to the shapes, and this provides you with a bunch of shapes. I suggest you still use the basic ones. You don't need to use heart shapes or add in clouds for no reason. You're going to keep it professional. Now you're going to add in your details like your phone number, and then you're going to add in your email, the address, and then you're going to add in some of the details like the expertise on the cool features or just the cool places or skills that you have. And then comes the language. Now this is going to play an important role into your resume because it's just going to enhance the entire resume by all of the languages that you speak, and if you have any awards or accomplishments or certificates. Now you need to write a strong professional summary. So once you're actually writing a summary or your experiences, make sure to make it short. You don't need to keep it too long. If you're a student, you could also just simply write motivated and detail-oriented BSAI student with experience in automation tools and content strategy, passionate about leveraging AI to improve business workflows and drive digital growth. Now, you're keeping it specific yet simple. You're going to avoid generic lines like hardworking individual seeking opportunities. Just clearly think, who are you? What are you good at? And what value do you provide? If you're stuck, you can draft your summary first and then refine it to keep it concise. Now, you're also going to add in your education, which is going to play an important factor in your entire resume because the education really matters. And another thing that is going to matter is your work experience and the skills that you already know and you're good at. Just know that you're actually pulling out your skills and the best skills and the best material that you can provide and why they should choose you for this job opportunity. You don't need to write a complete summary or just a complete narrative essay on why they should choose you. You need to play out the best qualities of your work on why exactly they should choose you. Now, for each role, just include your job titles and your experience and how long you've worked it for and a little description. Don't need to add too long description. Keep it precise, keep it specific, but yet professional. Now, when it comes to education, just add in your universities, your degree names, your graduation year, and this is optional, but if you have a strong GPA, then do mention it. It is going to drag attention. If you're still studying, just write expected graduation 2027 and keep the section simple and clean. Now, if you're going to add references, this is also important, which can really work, and it's going to drag attention to your resume as well. You can add in the details of the references that you were provided with or the reference that you are applying for this job. Pro tip is that many companies use applicant tracking systems, ATS, which is going to include keywords from the job description in your skills and experience sections. So it's best you actually pay attention to what you're writing and don't just type in random words or just random summary that was derived from ChatGPT, including all of your information. You can adjust the fonts at the very end after adding every information, like I'm doing right now. You can adjust everything and delete the things that you don't want, and that is how your resume is going to stay clean and simple. You can stick to 1 to 2 fonts maximum. You don't need to add too many curly or handwritten fonts. Keep them bold and static, and that is pretty much how you are going to drag the attention to your resume. Also, neutral colors like black, dark gray, navy are going to work. Just keep the spacing clean as well. As a beginner, if you're creating your resume for the first time, especially if you're a student applying for internships, just avoid too many colors and hard to read fonts and large graphics. Keep everything simple and professional. Your resume should look professional, not like a poster. So if needed, adjust the margins and alignment so everything looks balanced. The last step we're going to do is to keep it at one page if possible. If you're a student or early in your career, keep your resume to just one page. Recruiters spend around 6 to 8 seconds scanning resumes, so make it concise. If you have extensive experience, 2 pages are fine, but only if necessary. I recommend just using a single page, and that is enough. Now, once everything looks good, just click on share in the top right corner. We're going to click on this and you're going to see the option to download, or you can just copy the link and share this link directly to your boss or the recruiter. It's best you download the PDF and then submit this. This is best for most job applications, and if the company specifically asks for PDFs for printing, then choose PDF printing. Now download it and review it once before sending. Always check the spelling errors, the alignment, and the consistency. Small mistakes can hurt your chances. Now building a resume in Canva is honestly one of the easiest way to create a professional document. You don't need advanced tools, you just need clarity, structure, and strong content. Keep it clean, keep it focused, and keep it relevant. Your resume is your personal marketing document. Make it represent your best self. And that is it for today's tutorial on how to build a resume in Canva in 2026. If this video helped you, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more tutorials on productivity, AI tools, career growth, and online business skills. If you have any questions, then leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.